You remember a credit card scandal derailed last season. Now Dan Mullen handling a situation involving multiple Gators players, a known local gambler, and both real and fake guns. Wall Street Plaza has been kind of a mecca for UCF fans this summer. As you can see here, we got the national championship banner. Tammy, the simple answer is no. I mean, the Magic have had players like Trae Young and Colin Sexton in for workouts, but they send out invitations to everybody, so that's not really an indication of who they're going to pick. I used to play in high school, wasn't that good. Gonna see if maybe things have aged better with time. So guys, let's get in position here. We're running Utah shallow, all right, on one-on-one. Wish me luck. Ready, set, go. Oh, it's picked.
Matt discovered Kelly right here at 3rd Street North, now known as Slater Way. The next big thing could be out here right now. I know one thing, it's not me.
Welcome into Spectrum Sports 360. I am Pat Welter. Jaguars Chiefs, supposed to be the big game in the NFL. Well, in case you missed it, this play about sums it up. Blake Bortles with some, let's just call this performance art, off his own lineman's helmet. Luke, I gotta say I was impressed, but you know, it's week 2. You could say the Patriots are saving their hand for the playoffs, but I know that Jags locker room likes to talk. Luke, what's the conversation out there? Tonight marked the 36th edition. Now, the last 4 meetings were decided by 7 points or less. This was a slightly bigger margin. They call it the Mayor's Cup. Lake Brantley at Lake Mary. Lake Mary's quarterback is named Gunner. That's usually a good sign. Welcome into Face Off. I've got Mike Tuck here to my left, a longtime Orlando radio host, and another longtime radio host to my right, Chris Crawford. Radio versus radio. Who brings the hotter takes on TV? And fellas, the NBA regular season is over, so it's time to move on to all radio guys' favorite topic, the old go-to. Who should win the MVP? Is it James Harden, who finished second last year, or is it LeBron James, who basically could win it every single year?
Thunder and lightning.
I love counting tickets.
You can't have one
So it's just a little bit more than counting pieces of paper.
without the other.
I never use all my vacation.
Meet 97-year-old Juanita Lightning Epton.
Well, my husband gave me that nickname when we first got married. He said he never knew when or where I'd strike.
Lightning has been striking in the Daytona ticket office since the beginning.
In the early 50s.
At Daytona, Lightning is just as famous as the drivers. She even has her own fans. People come just to see her.
I've never refused anybody. I don't care. The best I can do is cooperate with them.
She was recruited by NASCAR and Daytona founder Bill France. She's literally never missed working a Daytona race.
Well, I've been here 60 years.
But until this year, she'd never seen one in person.
We were talking, I said, is it true that you really have never been to the start of a Daytona 500? She said, Chip, I sell tickets. How can I be there for the start of the Daytona 500? I said, well, this year I'd like to change that.
So this past February, Daytona president Chip Weil set it up. Lightning watched her first Daytona 500 from a suite.
Well, it was a thrill.
But she didn't stay long.
Then I thought, well, you know what? I better get out. I might have something to do because customers are coming.
She can't sit still and doesn't plan to retire anytime soon.
When that day comes, I'll know it, but I'm not ready right now.
In Daytona, I'm Pat Welter.
I love it.
Spectrum News 13. What's in a name? Some would say it's your identity. It's who you are. For Gators defensive back Chauncey Gardner-Johnson,
About time next week. About time next week.
his name is his story.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson says, welcome to the swamp.
Chauncey grew up in Cocoa, Florida.
He's been doing this for years. He give back to the community, come back and talk to him.
He used to play here in the Rockledge Youth Football League. Today, his younger brother Byron is playing.
First time, we are not at a Gators game. We are at Rockledge Youth.
I don't know they sign.
Getting ready to see
we always
AKA
get
the Boogie play.
His parents, Dell and Brian, can't believe how far Chauncey has come.
I don't believe it. Because he used to tell me when he was 5, that he gonna play in the NFL. I used to tell him he was crazy.
Going through high school, people would say to me all the time, Mama, that kid going places. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right.
Quick throw out to C.J. Gardner, who made one man miss.
In high school, Chauncey starred for the Cocoa Tigers. His parents' house is one giant trophy case.
All of this stuff was sitting in his room on the room floor. Every day we were getting tons and tons of letters.
As blessed as this family is, for Chauncey, there was always something missing.
He mentioned it when he was in middle school. He called, I think he was in practice. He called home one day and he was like, Mom, I want to change my last name.
Chauncey was born Chauncey Gardner Jr. Brian is technically his stepfather.
It's my stepdad, but that's like my dad to me, but he's been there since I was 3, you know. Everybody who's been following me since high school, my real dad really hasn't been there.
Sometimes I forget I'm not his real dad. Until somebody bring it up, but I love my kids. That's what it is.
Since middle school, Chauncey has been determined to change his name.
He would bring paperwork home, his homework, and the kid would write Johnson on the paperwork.
His biological dad didn't support the decision, but when Chauncey turned 18, he was able to make the change without consent.
December of 2017, last year, New Year's Eve, actually, I got a text message. They say, Mom, where's Dad? And I say, he's right here. He said, check Twitter in about 5 minutes.
Chauncey sent out this tweet.
So I'm reading it, and next thing you know, I'm crying.
I was honored. Like I'm in tears now, I was in tears.
23.
But it wasn't until week 1 this season versus Charleston Southern that it really all sunk in.
To me, I hope Brian really, really sees that we really appreciate him.
This guy has been there, taught me everything I know, because without him, I probably wouldn't be playing football right now.
I just can't wrap myself around that my son is a star at Florida University.
Number 23, Chauncey Gardner Johnson, is too fast, not going to escape him.
Yeah! Everybody!
I'm just thankful for him. As a name, you know, it's on my jersey, and it's going to be there forever.